Hello, good afternoon from the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, wherever you might be getting our signals and voices from. This is LSTV1, live at the Theatre of Entertainment, indeed the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, where we are set to bring you the live ball-to-ball commentary in the international friendly between Fortune FC and Casa Sports, who are currently lined up here to face off this afternoon at the Theatre of Entertainment. That is the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. If you just joining us, the two teams are currently on their normal handshakes, preparing to get the ball rolling here this afternoon in an international friendly. Before getting deep into the live ball-to-ball commentary here, we will have a quick rundown on the starting 11 for both Fortune and Casa Sport. Fortune, who are the home side, starts with Alaji Mbalo in goal. Number 1, Abdu Jaju. Number 28, Sambujang Ture. Number 25, Mod Lamin Sanyang. Number 27, Bakari Sise. Number 3, David Sim. Number 12, Cherno Job. Number 20, Ibu Sanyang. Number 8, Osman Cham. Number 11, Bakari Jata. Number 77, Bernard Silva. Number 10 completes the 11 for Fortune. Casa Sport starts with Mustafa Jata. Number 16 in goal, Ibrahim Khalilu Sano. Number 2, Alaji Saliu Baji. Number 6, Babakar Jata. Number 15, Ahmad Gay. Number 28, Lamin Trawale. Number 4, number 32 is Mamadou Sek Mane. Malik Sambu. Number 35, Landing Bojang. Number 20, Mukhtar Jalo. Number 26, Adama Jame completes the 11. Number 99 completes the 11 for Casa Sport. Fortune FC are being coached by Jane Juve, and on their substitute bench you have Yusuf Ajame, number 22, Serifo Dabo, number 23, Abdullah Tamba, 26, Malik Bojang, number 7, Pa Modufal, number 13, Mod Lamin Gassama, number 18, Asan Jalo, number 19, Lasana Jete, number 2, Ali Usei, who is one of the latest players to be introduced to this Fortune side, completes the 20 for Fortune. Pap Musa Sen is on the substitute bench for Casa Sport. Fakeba Jame, Mohamed Kamara, Wilson Mendy, Ziskar Njai, Pap Abbas Baji, Isa Khan Yahya Sane, Mfali Sanyang, and Babakar Koli completes the 20 for Casa Sport. Before getting into the ball-to-ball commentary, the two teams are currently having their photos. Fortune currently having their photos, and Casa Sport are also having their final discussion before getting you the live ball-to-ball commentary here. But before the commencement of this crunch encounter, Mane, your thoughts as far as this game is concerned?
Yeah, good afternoon to viewers, wherever you might be watching us. We are live on LSTV1. Pa, I know this will be a very interesting encounter playing between Fortune Football Club and Casa Sport. You look at Fortune, they have a side that can really give you what you want when it comes to football. Likewise, Casa Sport, you watch them in the Senegalese League, you can really see good players in their team. So this game will be a very scintillating and a mouth-watering encounter. We expect our fans, that is spectators here, to be entertained in this encounter, Pa.
Thank you very much, Kemo. Before the game, your thoughts as far as Casa Sport and Fortune are concerned?
Yes, Pa, it is not going to be an easy game because it's a preparatory game for each of the teams here. I mean, both teams are going into their respective leagues. I mean, the first division for Senegal and that of the first division for the Gambia. So each of the coaches are preparing their players before the start of the season, so that they will be able to know which of their players are on best form or which of the players are on their favor. That's that ends the minute of silence here. So each of the coaches will be able to know now, I mean, which who are the best players for me to, I mean, start the league with. So it's a test game. I mean, both teams will be preparing to make sure they put in their best performance here, so that, I mean, players also, it is an opportunity for players as well.
Thank you very much. That was indeed a minute of silence that is being observed here, and the minute of silence is being observed due to the demise of one of Fortune's central defender, Angel's mother, and then the 1 minute silence is being observed in the demise of the mother. May Allah grant her Jannatul Firdaus. Amin. Yusuf Dabo, known to many as Angel. And play starts here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and this is Fortune now Casa Sport now trying to build an attack from their own half, and they will try to get themselves at the back. They are trying to launch an attack, but place the ball back to the central defender, who will try to clear his line. Whips in a low drive, and still this is Fortune now. They lost possession, regain possession again. A left-footed drive on the far side of the field. This is Casa Sport now trying to look for an opener here. Lays the ball to the number 5. A low drive struck the Fortune player, and that was a clearance. And Casa Sport player goes to the ground, no foul given, and Fortune will now try to build an attack from their own half. Let's see what they can offer. A right-footed delivery to Ibu Sanyang, who tries to control, but the ball rolls out of touch on the far side of the field at a location which isn't very far from the dressing room. It's going to be a throw-in for Fortune on the far side of the field. Quickly taken by Fortune, and great control by the number 11 on the far side of the field, looking for an option. Lays the ball to the number 20 now in the middle of the park. This is Fortune now trying to build an attack in their own half, looking for options, a long and high one, and the striker will chase, but lost possession to Casa Sport now. Ibu Chanyang now plays the ball back, but Fortune lost possession. This is Casa Sport now. Let's see what they can offer. They lost possession. Fortune now, they will try to launch an attack on the far side of the field. Great control by the number 10 for Fortune. Great dribbling skill. Let's see what he can. Bernard trying to dribble past his marker. Let's see, whips in a low one. A low one by Ibu Sanyang. Not a convincing one, and the ball goes down. The player goes down, and it's going to be a quick counter attack on the far side of the field for Casa Sport. A pacey player on the far side. Can he keep the ball in play? The flag is being raised against the player, and it's going to be a throw in on the far side of the field for Fortune. And we've played almost 2 minutes here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. In case you're just joining us, this is LSTV1 live at the Theatre of Entertainment, if you like it. Call it the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, where we are bringing you the live ball-to-ball commentary in this international friendly between the Gambian-based Fortune FC and Casa Sport, a Senegalese-based side based in Casamance. This is Casa Sport now trying to build an attack in their own half. Let's see what they can offer. Number 15 lays the ball back to the central defender. Number 6 for the Casa Sport side, Alhaji Saliu Baji now. The number 32, a left-footed player looking for options. Let's see what he can offer. Lays the ball to the 35. Casa Sport now on the far side of the field now, looking for an opening goal here. Let's see what they can offer. Number 32 whips in. Is that going to be very close? Whips in. That's going to be a goal. That's the first goal for Fortune. For Casa Sport rather. Casa Sport have broken the deadlock here in the first 4 minutes of this encounter. In the third minute of this encounter. And we have to get that quick confirmation as to the scorer of the first goal. 3 minutes on the clock, Mane. Casa Sport, the Senegalese-based side, have broken the deadlock here against Fortune at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium.
Yeah, Pa. It is 3 minutes, and we have seen Casa Sport just break the deadlock against Fortune Football Club. You look at their flank left is a pacey flank player. That Fortune players need to be very mindful of. He is having pace, so the fullback, given the responsibility to man him, need to always be in concentration, else he is someone who will cause a lot of problem to them, because he is someone who is very quick when it comes to moving with the ball. So we have seen Casa Sport are now with the ball.
Thank you very much, Lamin Mane, for that brilliant analysis here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. I think the tune is a bit fast anyway. And the player for Casa Sport is currently on the ground. Probably he might need that medical attention from the team of medics here. After 3 minutes on the clock here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, it is 1 to Casa Sport and 0 to Fortune FC. And Casa Sport broke the deadlock in the 3rd minute of this first period to give themselves that commanding lead here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. And their goal was scored by the number 99, Adama Jame, who gave them that commanding lead. And the player is back on his feet. Number 15 for Casa Sport is Babakar Jata, who is currently, or has currently received that attention or medical attention from the medics of this Casa Sport side. And Casa Sport will try to launch an attack from their own half. A great display, a left-footed effort to the goal scorer, number 99, Adama, who chases. But the Fortune defenders were equal to the task, and the ball has been cleared. This is Casa Sport now on the far side of the field. A left-footed low drive blocked in there by the Fortune defenders, and Fortune will try to launch an attack deep in their own half. They lost possession, regained possession. The ball being chested by the Fortune player, trying to dribble past his marker. Goes to the ground, fouled according to the central referee. Mohamed Marigo is the central referee, and Marigo has been assisted by Suleiman Sose, Abbas Ba, and the fourth assistant referee is Lady Fatu Ngom. And this is going to be a throw in for Fortune on the far side. A foul for Fortune. A right-footed delivery by the number 24, the Fortune side, but his effort wasn't a convincing one, and the ball rolls out of play. And the effort was through Cherno Job for Fortune, and this is Fortune now trying to clear their line now. Number 20, Cherno Job, lays the ball back to the central defender and team captain for Fortune now, looking for options now. Fortune will try to break through now. Let's see what they can offer in the middle of the park. Lays the ball to the number 3 now for the Fortune side. Bakari Sise. Bakari whips it to Ibrahima. Ibu Sanyang now. Ibu Sanyang, number 8, looking for options. Foul according to Marigo. And Fortune will solely benefit from this set piece at a position which is very, very close to the Casa Sport 18-yard area. And it's going to be a set piece, and probably or surely this is going to be taken by Ibu Sanyang, and indeed he is a dead ball specialist. Ibu Sanyang had spells with Real de Banjul and then now playing his trade with Fortune FC here in this international friendly against Casa Sport here. Ibu Sanyang, number 8 for Fortune, and we have 2 of their players. The number 20 is also on the ball, but we believe Ibu Sanyang will surely take this. Ibu on the ball, and the number 20 for Fortune, Cherno Job. Cherno, a right-footed delivery into the save hands of Mustafa Jata in goal for Casa Sport, and Mustafa isn't in any hurry to deliver that, and Mustafa rolls the ball to the defender, who will now look for options now. A left-footed defender rolls the ball back to the goalkeeper Jata. Jata to the number 6 for the Casa Sport side, and the number 6 for Casa Sport is Alaji Saliu Baji. A right-footed delivery now. The tall lanky striker, the author of their goal, will chase now, and let's see what he can. The Fortune rolls the ball back to their goalkeeper Alaji Mbalo. A right-footed delivery, not a convincing one, and Fortune lost possession. And this is going to be Casa Sport now through their number 35. A low drive. Now the number 2 will look for options. A right-footed delivery now. Clearance. And the author of their goal, the number 99 for Casa Sport, Adama Jame, had a touch on the ball, but it wasn't a convincing one, and the ball rolls out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick for Fortune, and the goal kick is going to be taken by Alaji Mbalo. Mbalo Alaji will solely hand the ball to the central defender, who lays the ball back to Mbalo now. Mbalo looking for options now, trying to whips in a low drive to the number 3 now, but not the best of options from the goalkeeper Mbalo, and the ball rolls out of touch, and it's going to be a throw in for Fortune, and it's going to be taken by their number 3 in Bakari Sise. Kemo, I think we've played almost 8 minutes on the clock here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and then we've seen Casa Sport taking the lead in the 3rd minute, and that was indeed a very fast goal from Casa Sport, and currently Fortune are trailing by a goal to nil here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Kemo.
Yes, just in the 3rd minute, Casa Sport have, put a goal at the back of the net. So, as I said earlier, it is a preparatory match for both teams. So, coaches will be looking at their best players to fill in those ones here, so that when the league starts, they will know which of the players are on good form to kickstart the leagues for them, and that can bring results for them. On the side of the performance of the 2 teams here, Casa Sports are the ones that are making most of the dangerous attacks here. They are closing up all the plays that Fortune is trying to make. You will see, when Fortune get the ball, it wouldn't last long with them. So obviously, they will try to close every other gap that they will be creating, so that they will dispossess them and then, take control of the game. As of now, we are seeing Casa Sports are the team that are, in total control of the game. Fortune will be attacking. When they attack, though, the defense line for Casa Sport will try to make sure that they wouldn't create any dangerous attack in the final third. So this is obviously what we are witnessing here as of now. Casa Sport is leading by a goal to nil, and they are the one that are mounting more pressures on them, and they are also they are keeping more possession on the ball than that of the Fortune, as we have already witnessed here.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanye, a colleague here at the commentary cabin. This afternoon, I am joined by Kemo Kanye and Lamin Mane, who will surely be aiding me here as far as the analysis of this international friendly between Fortune FC and Casa Sport is concerned. So we have to commend Lamin and Kemo for their brilliant analysis here. And the game resumes here. This is Ibu Sanyang now. Plays the ball back to the number 20 now. Ibu Sanyang to the number 10, Bernard. Bernard to Ibu now. Ibu looking for options now. Let's see what he can do. Lays in a low one. Bernard now. Try to dribble past his marker. Goes to the ground. No foul according to Marigo, the central referee now. Fortune now trying to pile pressure on their Senegalese counterparts. A low drive on the far side of the field. Fortune trying to have a great possessive football here. Plays the ball on the far side of the field. And the position isn't very far from the dressing room. The ball being played back to the central defender and team captain for Fortune. Lays the ball back to Alaji Mbalo in goal for Fortune now. Mbalo now looking for options now. Will try to clear. That was so close. And Fortune will try to clear their line deep in their own half, and the number 77 will now chase now, heads the ball down. Great control from this Fortune striker. That's a foul according, and the player is still with the ball. I think we've seen the flag of the assistant referee being raised, but the player is still very firm on the ground, trying to look for the opening goal for Fortune here, or for an equalizer here. Fortune seems to be very much settled here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, having that great display of possessive football here. The team captain, number 25, whips in. Great, the ball being chested down. Fortune now. Still Fortune, trying to pile pressure now. And then you could hear those claps from the Fortune supporters here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. And those claps are coming from the Democracy end at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Fortune, and they lost possession now to Casa Sport now, who will try to launch an attack. Fortune regain possession, and the ball is been taken again by Casa Sport, and Fortune regain possession, looking for an opener. Ibu Sanyang lays the ball to the number 3 on the far side. A low drive. The ball being blocked by the Casa Sport defender. He goes to the ground. No foul given. Fortune now. They seems to be very much settled here, Mane. They are doing very well.
Yeah, Fortune, they are back on track. The only thing that they need to improve on is when attacking, they need numbers up front. Because most of their attacks, the forward player will be the only one with the ball up front, and he will not have any other person giving him that assistance he needs. So they need to improve on that. When they are attacking, let them attack with numbers, but not only allowing their forward player being the only guy with the ball, because that will be very difficult for that individual to give them something that they will need in this game. So they need to improve on that. And they started dominating possession, which is so important when it comes to football. You need to dominate position, much especially in this modern football. But dominating position alone also is not enough. You need to change your positioning into, scoring goals also. That is important. Fortune, I'm sure already they are lead by a goal to nil, but I'm sure at the end of this game we will see a very different scoreline.
Thank you very much. Those are the great words of Lamin Mane, a colleague and a brother here at the commentary cabin. Just as I said earlier, this afternoon at the commentary cabin, I am joined by Lamin Mane, Kemo Kanye, and behind the camera is our very own and reliable Osman Kamara. A low drive now. Fortune trying to get an equalizer here as they are currently trailing by a goal to nil against the Senegalese-based Casa Sport. A great jump. Fortune now will try to play the ball back to the central defender, number 25, and their team captain in Sambujang Toure now. Toure Sambujang looking for options. A right-footed delivery, trying to connect the number 3, Bakari Cisse now. Great control from Cisse Bakari. Let's see what he can do. A low drive. And there was nobody. Bakari was definitely waiting for an advancing player. But he had no other options except to whip in a low drive. And the ball went off target. And it's going to be a throw-in for Casa Sport on the far side of the field. And this is going to be a throw-in for Casa Sport. Quickly taken by the central defender for Casa Sport, or the left wing back rather. This is Fortune now. The ball seems to have struck the player, and Fortune will now start from their goalkeeper Alaji Mbalo now. A right-footed delivery from Mbalo to the number 3 for Fortune side, Bakari Cisse. Great turn from the central midfielder for Fortune. A low drive from Mbalo now. Let's see Casa Sport now trying to build an attack now, and that's an offside against the Fortune striker and number 77 Bakari Jata, who was caught on offside by the assistant referee. This is Casa Sport now. Try to play the ball in their own half to the central midfielder, who is trying to get the ball back to the central defender now. Fortune will try to play the ball from their own half now. This is through their number 15 now, the left-footed central defender. And it is his Fortune now tries to collect the ball, but they lost possession. This is Casa Sport now looking for their second goal now. Lays the ball on the far side of the field. A low one. Is that going to be the second? Clearance from Sambujang Toure, the team captain for the Gambian based side. This is Casa Sport now, number 15, looking for an option. And that was definitely very close. And the ball rolls out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick. Indeed, a tall, lanky centre back for the Casa Sport side was looking for a cross, but the ball was too strong for him, and the ball rolls out of touch. Sambujang Toure now, team captain for Fortune now, looking for the central midfielder. Great control by their number 20 in Cherno Job. Cherno is definitely doing an incredible job in the middle of the park. Bernard Silva to their number 8 Ibu Sanyang now. Ibu on to the far side of the field now. Great control by the number 11 for Fortune, Osman Cham now. Fortune to the number 12 now. Let's see what he can do. Lost possession. This is Casa Sport now. Lays the ball back to the central defender. Whips in a long and high one. The number 99, the author of their goal, will chase. But Sambujang seems to be very strong for the tall, lanky striker. Sambujang Toure goes to the ground, and it's going to be a foul against Casa Sport. And in for Fortune here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Job now, number 20, doing an incredible job for Fortune in the middle of the park. Fortune will try to build an attack on the far side of the field, on the right side of their attack. Fortune back to Sambujang Toure, team captain. It is definitely a very stable game now. I think Casa Sport broke the deadlock, but after then, Fortune seems to be on top of their game here. A great ball from Sambujang, but it wasn't a convincing one, and the ball rolls out of touch. It's going to be a throw-in, quickly taken by Casa Sport. To their number 32 now, Casa Sport, Mamad Sek Mane, lays the ball onto the far side of the field. Great control. Still Casa Sport now, looking for their second here. 26 now, controls, a tall lanky one. They have very physical players, this Casa Sport side. Lays the ball back to the central midfielder. A left-footed player plays the ball wide. Another left-footed player. But this is Fortune now. A poor one from the number 3 now, Bakari. Fortune, Casa Sport whips in. A strong one from the number 26 for the Casa Sport side, but his effort went over the bar. Mukhtar Jallo Mukhtar had a spectacular effort somewhere around the 18-yard area for Fortune, but Mukhtar's effort was too strong and the ball went over the bar. And it is an international friendly between Casa Sport and their Gambian counterparts in Fortune FC here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. And after 18 minutes of play here, Casa Sports are currently leading by a 3 through Adam Jame. And Cham will now chase for Fortune, and he struggles to control that ball, and that was a clearance from Casa Sport, who are currently leading here by a 0. And in case you're just joining us, this is LSTV1 live at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, where we are bringing you the live ball-to-ball commentary in an international friendly between Casa Sport and Fortune FC here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Sambujang will chase heads, not a convincing one. Sambujang will try to clear his line. Let's see what Sambujang can do here. And he's been stripped off, and this is Casa Sport now in control now, who allows the ball. And the number 20 looking for options now, lays the ball on the far side. A low one, solid clearance, or a block in there by Bakari Jata. Is that Bakari Jata? It's Bakari Cisse instead of Bakari Jata on the far side of the field for Fortune. Kemo, almost 20 minutes on the clock, and it is still 1 to the Senegalese based Casa Sport side. And since the Since Casa Sport scored their first goal and only goal, I think Fortune seems to be on top of their game here. They've had a lot of possessive football here, and then they also seems to be on top of their game, Kemo.
Yeah, since then, I mean, they have been trying to dominate the game, and that's what we are seeing from them as of now. Fortune, I mean, they play one tiki-taka football here that fans were very happy with until you hear everyone clapping for them. But I mean, those specific football here, as Mane have alluded here, could be changed into goals. I mean, if you keep playing football, I mean, like that, just to control the position, and if those ones, for instance, what they have back went with. I mean, if there are only players who are approaching the post there, that could have been late for them. But I mean, they were a bit late, so he has no other option but to, I mean, kick the ball, but it went wide. It could not, trouble the goalkeeper over there. So obviously, Fortuna are trying to, dominate the game now. But I mean, what is lacking from them is now to change that dominance into, creating chances here, and whichever chance that they try to create, they should also try to, convert them into goals. So that's what we are lacking from what is lacking from them, the Fortune side as of now. For positive football, they are playing positively here at the Brigama Box Stadium. I mean, playing ball from their defenders through the midfield and to their wide players. But I mean, in doing that, you need to also create some chances, the dangerous chances that you can convert to goals. Otherwise, the lead would be there. So it is still 1-0 in favor of Casa Sport. But looking at the way Casa Sport is also approaching the game here, knowing that they are leading by a goal to nil, I mean, they are only trying to be very, very cautious at the back, especially at the back, to make sure they also have their attacks whenever they have their attacks, and they will try to reach at the 18-yard box to create chances for themselves here. So it is, an interesting game so far between Fortune and Casa Sport. So it is not yet over here because we have played only 22 minutes here. It is, 45 that they need to play out of it. It is 90 minutes regulation time that they will need to play here. And in divisional football, you don't underrate any team. Whichever team is on the ball will try to play the ball from the back through the midfield and towards the strikers. Then the chances can come anytime. Whenever the chances come, if they try to bury those chances there, that will be what will help them into the game here.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi, and we had a minute or so on break, and the proceedings will slowly resume here as Fortune prepares to deliver that set piece or goal kick, and that's going to be taken by Alaji Mbalo in goal for Fortune. A right-footed delivery into the part of Casa Sport. The tall lanky defender heads the ball down. Job now, number 20, lays the ball on the far side of the field now. Fortune will try to launch an attack on the far side of the field. This is their number 20 now, Cherno Job. A right-footed delivery, but a clearance. Still danger not averted. Bernard goes to the ground. Fouled according to the central referee, Mohamed Marigo. It's going to be a foul for Fortune, and we already have Cherno Job, Bernard Silva. It is Cherno Job on the ball, number 20 for Fortune, who will surely deliver this. We believe he is their dead ball specialist here. Cherno Job on the ball, hands on hip. Let's see what Cherno can do here with this dead ball. I think there is an issue between the central defender. I think Marigo is trying to caution the player. Marigo is having a word. There goes Job now. A right-footed delivery. Oh, a very poor one from the goalkeeper. That was very close. The goalkeeper was trying to hold the ball, but I think the ball caught the goalkeeper on offside. That was definitely going to be an empty post for Fortune to tap in, but there was no player, and the central defender was too quick to clear the danger for Casa Sport. A corner now, Job now, another delivery, a header from Casa Sport, and this is Fortune now, through their number 3 now, Bakari Sise, a left-footed delivery on the far side of the field, the ball being chested down. Job now looking for, whips in, another clearance. It is Casa Sport now who are currently under pressure now, whips in a right-footed delivery, not a convincing one, and into the safe hands, but the goalkeeper needs to be very much careful here. The goalkeeper, Mustafa Jata, needs to be very much careful because I think this is his second mistake. You could hear those shouts. Oh, that shout from their head coach in Pap Malik Nying, telling the goalkeeper he's a goalkeeper and he needs to be firm. Anyway, this is Casa Sport now. The central midfielder. Another one whips in, but the ball went inches off target.
Yeah, it is, I mean, still 1-0 in favor.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi, for that. And it is Fortune now, deep in their own half, and it's going to be taken by Mbalo in goal for Fortune. Alaji Mbalo now in goal for Fortune. Mbalo lays the ball to Sambujang now. A right-footed delivery. Team captain to Ibu Sanyang. Ibu was trying to jump, but he's been blocked in there. The number 12 for Fortune goes to the ground. David Sim goes to the ground, and he's been awarded a foul deep in their own half. In case you're just joining us, this is LSTV1 live at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, bringing you the live ball-to-ball commentary in this international friendly between Casa Sport and Fortune FC. And it is, we've played almost 26 minutes on the clock here, and Casa Sport currently leads Fortune by a goal to nil. And those that are currently watching us live at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, you are reminded that you can keep on sending like our videos, comment, and also share to other pages, and you can also share in stars to our network. So this is Casa Sport now on the far side of the field. They will try to play the ball in their own half now. Casa Sport now, they are in a hurry, and the central defender lays the ball to the other side of the defense, looking for an option here. Number 6 for Casa Sport now, a live-footed delivery, and that's going to be another. The number 2 was trying to control the ball, but he wasn't able to control, and the ball rolls into the gloves of Mbalo Alaje. Fortune playing the ball deep in their own half. Alaje Mbalo lays the ball to the captain and number 25 Sambujang now. Sambujang to Ibu Sanyang. Ibu looking for the number 11. That wasn't a convincing one, and that's going to be a clearance. The central defender goes to the ground, and then he's been awarded a set piece deep in their own half, and the number 6 is Alaji Sali Ubaji, who goes to the ground for the Casa Sport side. Alaji Sali Ubaji is still on the ground. We are in show. I think Marigo will definitely get to the central defender. Let's see if he is still struggling with something. Marigo is having a word with the central defender. Yes, I think the central defender has been, a yellow card has been dashed out to the central defender. I think he was having a word with the central referee, Marigo. Marigo had a word with him. Probably he might utter an unpleasant word. Anyway, we are in so. But we've seen Marigo dash out a yellow to the number 6, Alaji Saliu Baji, for Casa Sport now. Casa Sport, number 15 now, lays the ball or plays the ball back to the goalkeeper, Mustafa Jata in goal. And Jata Mustafa lays the ball to Alaji Saliu Baji. Baji now looking for options now. A right-footed delivery now to the auto of the only goal here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Sambujang lays the ball to the goalkeeper, Alaji Mbalo. Alaji to the far side of the field. Great control. Fortune now will try to build an attack now. Fortune lays the ball on the far side of the field. Bernard will chase. Can he keep the ball in play? Bernard seems to be struggling. The ball rolls out of touch, and it's going to be a corner on the far side of the field. Mane almost closing to, very close to the 30th minute here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and Casa Sport are currently having a 1-0 advantage, and their goal came courtesy of Adam Ajame in the 3rd minute.
Yeah, thank you, Pa. You looked at this encounter. Casa Sport, they are using their advantage of physics. They are more physical than Fortune Football Club, so that is what they are using. So Fortune, they must avoid using the long balls or aerial balls. They need to play the ball down because these people are more physical than them. If they say they will be throwing or sending long passes, it will be very difficult to for the ball to reach the individual that they are targeting. So that is why they need to play down football in order to be able to destabilize this Casa Sport side. They side that are having more physical players than them. And the other thing also is, I said it previously, when they are attacking, they need to have the number. Because when attacking, you need to outnumber your opponent. You cannot be attacking, you only have few of your players up front, while your opponent team are having more players in their own box. So that one is always difficult for the team to unlock the defense. So that is why they need to work on that by anytime they are building on attack, let them have most of their players up front so that they will be able to outnumber Casa Sport in their own box. Doing that will help them to register their first goal. We have just seen an incident here whereby the center referee just dashed one of the Casa Sport player a yellow card. That shows the referee is the main man when it comes to football, and he have shown the player that I'm a non-nonsense referee because the way the player was responding, having words with him was not was so undisciplined. So that is why he also decided to dash a yellow card to him, showing him that I'm the bigger boss here, and that is how it is.
Thank you very much. Those are the great words of Lamin Mane, a colleague and a brother here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Over 30 minutes here between Fortune and Casa Sport, and it is still 1 in favor of Casa Sport, the Senegalese based side here. And Fortune will effect that throw in, and it's going to be taken by Bakary Cisse, number 3 for Fortune, who plays the ball back to the number 20 Job now. Great control to Cisse Bakary now. And Casa Sport, we are calling in for a throw in, but the flag of the assistant stayed down, and it's going to be a throw in, quickly taken now. Casa Sport now looking for the second, but Bakary Cisse was too quick to nullify that danger, and it's going to be a throw in, a corner rather, a corner for Fortune on the far side of the field. It's going to be a corner for Casa Sport, and it's going to be taken by their number 2 Ibrahim Kalilusano. A right-footed delivery, a header, a clearance from Sambujang now, from Fortune and the team captain. And let's see if they can keep the ball in play. And the number 27 for Fortune, Mod Lamin Sanyang, was trying to control the ball, but the ball rolls out of play. Quickly taken by Casa Sport now on the far side of the field. Number 20 now looking for options, lays the ball back to the midfielders, and Fortune or Casa Sport will play the ball now in their own half now to the number 15 Babukar Jata Babukar, a tall lanky central defender now looking for options. Jata lost possession, and Fortune will try to get a quick counter attack. That's a foul according to the central referee Marigo. That was a foul, but this head coach for Casa Sport, Pap Malik Nying, seems not to be very much happy with that decision anyway. But the central referee has the final say. And this is going to be taken by Ibu Sanyang, the number 8 for Fortune now, who lays the ball back to Job now. They have an incredible connection, Ibu Sanyang and Cherno Job. They are definitely doing an incredible job in the middle of the park. Bernard now tries to control the ball. Let's see. Bernard to the right wing back now. Bernard twists and turns, lays the ball back to Job now, who is mastermind in the central midfield for Fortune now. Lays the ball to Cisse Bakary. He was trying to control the ball, but Cisse Bakary lost possession, and it's going to be a throw in for Casa Sport now, and it's going to be taken by the number 2, quickly taken back to the central midfielder. They lost possession. Job now. This is Casa Sport now. Let's see if they can. Great control by Bakary Cisse, and plays the ball, and this is going to be Fortune now, and the player is trying to control the ball. Number 77, yes, he's on the ball now, goes to the ground, no foul given, and then it's a throw in according to the assistant referee on the far side of the field. And this throw in is going to be taken by Ibrahim Kalilu Sano for Casa Sport. Lays the ball to the number 26 now, a tinted here, and it's throw in for Fortune, and it's going to be taken by Bakari Cisse, the left wing back for the Gambian-based Fortune FC. Now Cisse Bakari looking for options now. Let's see what he can do. I think Marigo is still having a word with the number 4. We aren't sure as to what really happened anyway. I think he needs some assistance. The player is back, is currently on the ground. Let's say the team medics are already on the pitch trying to aid the player number 4 for the Casa Sport side, Kemo. It's 35 minutes on the clock, and it is still Casa Sport 1, Fortune FC 0. A great game that we are currently watching here, and we almost into the 35th minute here, and Casa Sport are currently having a commanding lead here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium.
Yes, 10 more minutes to play in the first half regulation time. It's still 1-0 in favor of Casa Sport. As I have always said, Fortune, and they will be playing, but creating deadly chances is one of the problems that we are facing here right now. That we are witnessing here right now. Sorry. For a lot of Casa Sports as well. Aside from those, earlier chances that were created by both sides. We have been finding it very difficult to see a clear-cut chances here have been created. You will see players. Both teams will play from the back line to their midfield, and then, but whenever the ball is on the final third from their attack, on the attack, it's always very, very difficult for either of the sides to do anything about that. So I think the coaches will, when they go into the dugout for the halftime, they will try to work on that. Players can play. Both teams will be playing from back through the midfield and towards their strikers, but in the final third is always a very, very big problem. We have seen as well both defenders are doing very, very well to make sure they deny the attacking play from the other side to make sure they would not concede any goal here. So as of now, Fortune earlier on trying to play very beautiful football, but for now we have seen that there have been very, very dull now. Looking at the way Casa Sport are playing more organizingly, as many have said, we have seen more physics from that of the Casa Sport side. But they know they are leading. They will try to protect their 1-goal lead. If they have any other chance to add, then they will try to add. But for them, the game is very, very good for them. The way they are approaching the game, Casa Sport leading by a goal to 0, then you need to be very much cautious in whatever attack that you need to do or whatever defending form that you need to do. So overall, also the disciplinary aspect, also the game is overall disciplinary.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. 37 minutes on the clock here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and it is still 1 to Casa Sport and 0 to Fortune. A clearance from the central defender number 6, Alhaji Saliu Baji for Fortune now. Quickly taken by Job now, looking for Ibu Sanyang. Ibu Sanyang, number 8 for Fortune now. A right-footed delivery on the far side of the field to the number 27 for Fortune on the far side of the field. Modlamin Sanyang now, and the ball rolls out of touch. Bernard was trying to get hold on to the ball, but the ball rolls out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick for Casa Sport now, and this is going to be taken by Mustafa Jata in goal for them. Mustafa will definitely roll the ball to the number 6, Alaji Saliu Baji Saliu now, looking for options. A right-footed delivery onto the part of Fortune now. The author of their only goal, number 99 in Adama Jame, rose the highest, jumps. Adama Jame is a Gambian, Yes, Adama Jame is a Gambian, So he's the author of this Casa Sport goal. So Jame Adama. This is Casa Sport now. Lays the ball on the far side of the field, not a convincing one. And the ball rolls out of play. And we have few other Gambians playing for this Casa Sport side. I think we've seen Paibu Damfa and then few other Gambian players that are currently playing their trade with this Casa Sport side, Lamin Mane. I think this will solely give an avenue to some of the Gambian players probably to play their trade in the Senegalese league.
Yeah, thank you, Pa. As you said it, we have few Gambian players playing in the Casa Sport team. That is Adama Jame and the likes of Paibu Damfa. You look at even Bernard Silva was in Senegal playing for Tengage. So this shows you that there is quality in this country. Anywhere there are Gambian players, much especially within the sub-region here. So you see, Fortune, there is side that I enjoy to watch, and we have seen their midfielder, that's the number 20. He's really doing very well. That is Chorno Job. Chorno is really a joy to watch. He knows why he is playing this game today, and he is doing all what it takes in order to regulate the middle of the pitch for Fortune Football Club. He with Okar Sanyang. So, as you said, Fortune. Oh, there is a chance. The goalkeeper saves it to avoid Casa Sport having to nil lead. Bernard Silva, a very talented player in names of Bernard. So Fortune, as we said, they are a very good side, and I know this test game will help them in their pre-season, because we know very soon the league will resume in this country. So they will be able to know what are their strengths and their weaknesses, and they will be able to improve on those weaknesses before the league. And I can tell you this, Fortune, they have a side that will really contend for the title this season. They have a very good side. So this season they will be title contenders, no doubt about that.
Thank you very much, Lamin Mane, for those brilliant analysis. And play resumes. This is Casa Sport now. Whips in a right footed delivery. The number 32 is one of the number 32 and the 35 are one of the slimmest players on the pitch, but they're also doing an exceptional job for this Casa Sport side. Not a very good pass from the number 12 for Fortune, David Sim, and the ball rolls out of touch, and it's going to be a goal kick. Just as you said, Mane, I think Cherna Job is definitely having the best of his games here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. He's the one masterminding this entire midfield for the Fortune side, and I think Ibu Sanyang is also doing a tremendous job. Bernard Silva and a lot of other Fortune players. And for the Casa Sport side, they have very slim players in the middle of their pitch. They have this number 35 who is Malik Sambu, and number 32 Momodo Seka Mane are also doing an exceptional job in the middle of the pitch. They are one of the smallest on the pitch, but they are very good on the ball. This is Casa Sport now trying to clear their line now. The number 15 trying to clear the line, but he's been dispossessed, and the number 77 for Fortune goes to the ground. Bakari Jata on the far side of the field, and it's going to be a set piece for Casa Sport, for Fortune rather. It's going to be a set piece, but I think Casa Sport are definitely using their abilities, aerial abilities. They have a lot of tall, lanky players. Whenever they have set pieces, this is what is definitely making things very difficult for Fortune, because they will outpower them when it comes to aerial abilities. So this is definitely making some troubles for Fortune now. Clearance. And let's see what Bakari can do. A low one. The ball struck the player on the face. That seems to be serious. The number 6 is currently receiving that medical attention. Bakari was trying to whip in a low drive, but the ball struck the player on the face, the number 6 for the Casa Sport or the Senegalese base side. And the player is currently receiving that medical attention. Kemo, I think these international friendly games are very, very important and very key, as it might also be an avenue for some other players to play their trade, probably in the Senegalese league or in some other parts of Africa. Because we all know Senegal is definitely a gateway for most of the Gambian players. They will get to Senegal, play in the Senegalese league, and then from there they will possibly have a gateway to some other European countries. But I believe, as far as this international friendly is concerned, this might also create an avenue for some Fortune players that are doing very well here, for them to be given contracts in the Senegalese league.
So in most of the games, most of the times, it is organized for scouting purposes. I mean, when you play against a team, you have seen their best players that you feel can fit into your team. Why not you go in for them and then try to strengthen your team? So obviously, this is the motive of organizing international friendly games between teams, and for scouting purposes. Fortune also might have some might eye some players in the Casa Sport side which they may want and try to bring them to their Fortune side. So as Casa Sports also, they may have seen some players that are playing for Fortune here and then feels these people can add up some values to our team, and then they can, after the game, they can talk about that and then try to lower them into their league. So it is an opportunity for both teams here to, or all the players here, to make sure they did their best, so that not only Casa Sports that are here, but also those teams that are watching the game here can also do something about that. Seeing there, for instance, you have seen a player who is doing very very well, and then you feel in my team this particular department is a weaker department, so I need an adjustment there. So if you see someone who is performing very well, why not you go in for it and then try to strengthen your weaker department? It is mostly done for scouting purpose, and then teams will also prepare for the leagues that is coming up. In this, the coaches will also try to know which of the players are fit to start the league, and then that you need to do something to make sure they gain you something into the new season. So it's a preparatory match for both teams, and then players can also have their opportunities for transfers.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi, for those brilliant analysis. And we have 45 minutes on the clock, and any moment from now the central referee Marigo might bring an end to this first half here. Foul on Ibu Sanyang, and the number 32 for Casa Sport is being shown his marching orders. Mamadou Sek Mane has received a yellow after that tackle on Ibu Sanyang, and Ibu, let's see if he is going to be back on his feet any soon. Yes, Ibu Sanyang is back on his feet, and Fortune now, Job Cherno to the number 28 on the far side of the field, Abdu Jaju Abdu now to Bernard to Job Cherno lays the ball to the number 3 in Bakari Sise now. Bakari controls, plays the ball back to Sambujang now, looking for Cherno now. Great control by the central midfielder. A right-footed delivery onto the part of... is that going to be an equalizer? And that was definitely very close for Fortune. That should have been an equalizer, but the player's effort was in the best of options, and the ball rolls out of play. Indeed, a side netting. That was definitely very close for Fortune FC here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and we believe the player should have done better. He should have done better. Number 27 for Fortune, Modlamin Sanyang, came very close, and this is Casa Sport now. Whips in a left-footed drive, and Adama Jame now jumps, and Adama had no touch on the ball. Adama Jame is a Gambian player. He played in the Gambian First Division League and now currently playing for Casa Sport in the Senegalese League. This is Casa Sport now, trying to build an attack from their own half now, through their number 6 in Alaji Saliu Baji now. Saliu Baji to the number 15 for Casa Sport, Babakar Jata. They place the ball back to Babakar Jata now. Half time at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and it is a great first half between Fortune FC and Casa Sport here. And after the first 45 minutes, it is 1 to Casa Sport and 0 to Fortune here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Mane, it is half time, and Casa Sport are currently leading by a goal to 0.
Yeah, I know one thing. It is only the goal that separate these two sides. But you look at when it comes to football, both teams have already put on a respectful performance. The likes of you look at Fortune, even though they concede a goal, but they really change the rhythm of the game by dominating possession in lion's share of the game. So this shows you that there are talents in this country, and the coming of Casa Sport in this country, playing a friendly game with Fortune is something that is really welcome, because it is a gateway for our Gambian players. We have seen a lot of our players who pass through Senegal, and at the end of
looking at the way Casa Sport are playing, more organizingly, as Mane have said, we have seen more physics from that of the Casa Sport side. But they know they are leading. They will try to protect their 1 goal lead. If they
of recent, Lamin Jaju is no more in Sudan. He is now in Europe playing his football there. So this shows you that this kind of games, if Gambia we are able to have this kind of game all the time, it will boost our chance of having most of our players having professional contracts. Because in this game, you can see few talented players in the Fortune side that at the end of the day, don't be surprised, Casa Sport come calling.
Yeah, we've seen a great performance from the number 20 Cherno Job for Casa Sport. Ibu Sanyang doing an exceptional job. The number 2 was trying to control the ball, but he wasn't able to control, and the ball rolls into the gloves of Mbalo Alaje. Fortune playing the ball deep in their own half. Alaje Mbalo lays the ball to the captain and number 25 Sambujang now. Sambujang to Ibu Sanyang. Ibu looking for the number 11. That wasn't a convincing one, and that's going to be a clearance. The central defender goes to the ground, and then he's been awarded a set piece deep in their own half, and the number 6 is Alaji Sali Ubaji, who goes to the ground for the Casa Sport side. Alaji Sali Ubaji is still on the ground. We are in show. I think Marigo will definitely get to the central defender. Let's see if he is still struggling with something. Marigo is having a word with the central defender. Yes, I think the central defender has been.
Senegal, their league give more opportunity to players than our league here. So we will not be surprised if Casa Sport are able to go away with one or two of Fortune players.
Yeah, thank you, Lamin Mane. If I am the agent here, if I am the scout here anyway, I was going to go in for Cherno Job. He is a player that caught my eyes, definitely. He is the one out muscling every bit and pieces as far as this Fortune central midfield is concerned. Kemo, before coming to Nima anyway, I think this is the halftime here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. But anyway, it is halftime, and you've witnessed the entire first half here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Generally, your total assessment as far as the first half is concerned?
Yes, overall, Casa Sports have taken the advantage because the goal is what decides the game. But we have seen Fortune also had their chance just before the halftime whistle goes. Through Modlamin Sanyang, who could have, put that goal in the back of the net. But he mistakenly kicked the ball away from the net, so that would have been an equalizer for them. Then they would have gone into the dugout by 1-1. But it is still advantage to Casa Sport. If, for instance, as you talk about, if Fortune players are the ones that Casa Sport team is scouting for, then you have in their midfield their number 20 and.
Oh, that is a chance. The goalkeeper saves it to avoid Casa Sport having to kneel lead. Bernard Silva, a very talented player in names of Bernard. So Fortune, as we said, they are a very good side, and I know this test game will help them in their pre-season, because we know very soon the league will resume in this country. So they will be able to know what are their strengths and their weaknesses, and they will be able to improve on those weaknesses before the league. And I can tell you this, Fortune, they have a side that we really contend for the title this season. They have a very good side. So this season they will be title contenders, no doubt about that.
Thank you very much, Lamin Mane, for those brilliant analysis and play.
So Adama also, as a Gambian striker, he's also playing very, very well. He plays for Esperance here for Tony's, and then now playing for Casa Sport here. So he has vast experience in it. You looking at his goal, in fact, he was well positioned. This is why he was able to put that ball at the back of the net. But
thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. Os. Os. Check it for me. Check. Ah. Welcome back to the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium for the continuation of the live ball-to-ball commentary in this second half. And it is 1-2 the Senegalese-based Casa Sport, nil to Fortune now. And Fortune will try to build an attack from their own half. Cherno Joub now plays the ball back to the team captain Sambujang now, looking for options. Sambujang to the left wing back now. Bakari looking for options. Lays the ball to the number 11 Osman Cham. Osman currently struggling. Let's see what Osman will do. Lays the ball back to Bakari now. Bakari lost possession. Throw in for Fortune on the far side of the field. Cherno now. Cherno whips in a long and high one. Header from the number 12. Not a convincing one. Will try to Bernard Silva. Control. Is that a foul? No foul given by the central referee Marigo now. The tall lanky striker number 26 will try to look for options. Goes to the ground. Foul. Is that a penalty? Penalty according to the central referee Marigo. Almost a minute into the second half. Almost a minute into the second half. Casa Sport.
The individual that they are targeting. So that is why they need to play down football in order to be able to destabilize this Casa Sport side. They side that are having more physical players than them. And the other thing also is I'm really content for the title this season. They are having a very good
what he can do. Malik whips in, saved by the goalkeeper. Alaji Mbalo was equal to the task, and he saved in that penalty from Malik Sambu of Casa Sport. And Alaji Mbalo has denied Casa Sport getting their double here in this crunch. Alaji Mbalo has denied Casa Sport from getting their second goal here from this spot. The penalty was given to Casa Sport and it was taken by Malik Sambu, but Malik's effort was parried away by Alaji Sambu, or Alaji Mbalo rather, in goal for Fortune. A right-footed delivery into the part of Fortune now. The player jumps. Had no touch on the ball now. This is Fortune now in the middle of the park. Lays the ball to the part of Bernard now. Number 26. Try to dribble past his marker. Let's see what he can do. He is a physical player. Now the number 28 for Casa Sport. A low drive. A block in there by the Fortune defense. And still danger not averted as Fortune will try to clear their line now. The number 27 for Fortune, Modlamin Sanyang, allows the ball to roll out of play. And it's going to be a throw in deep in their own half now. Modlamin quickly taken now. Ibu Sanyang goes to the ground. Foul. I think the physical presence of this Casa Sport side is definitely causing a lot of troubles for Fortune. The ball being played short now. Cherno now to Bernard. Back to Cherno. He is definitely mastermind in this midfield. A right-footed delivery struck the player and the ball rolls out of touch. It's going to be a throw in for Casa Sport. They will definitely be in any hurry after leading here by a goal to nil. Casa Sport now. Casa Sport. A throw in to be effected. Adama Jame came for the ball but lost the ball now. The ball rolls to the team captain Sambujang Toure now, who rolls the ball back to Alaji Mbalo in goal for Fortune. A right-footed delivery, long and high one. Fortune will chase a header from the central defender for Casa Sport now. Still danger not averted. Cherno to the number 12, not a convincing one. Casa Sport collects and the player. That's a foul on the number 32 in
Mamadou Sek Mane. The number 15 for Casa Sport, Babukar Jata now, a left-footed one, back to the goalkeeper, Mustafa Jata, lays the ball to the central defender, number 6, Alaji Saliu Baji, on the far side of the field. Saliu Baji looking for options, a low one now. Can they keep in play? Yes. Casa Sport on the attack, twist turns, the player struggling, goes to the ground, foul. On the player for Casa Sport, number 20 on his back, landing Bojang now, a right-footed delivery, long and high one, great control by the number 26 now, looking for options now. Can he whips in a low drive into the safe hands of Alaji Mbalo in goal for Fortune? And Mbalo, let's see, Mbalo rolls the ball to the central defender who is looking for options now, number 28 for Fortune. Abdul Jajo lays the ball to the team captain Sambujang. Sambujang to the number 12 in the middle of the park, David Sim. David back to Alaji Mbalo now. Alaji, very close. He needs to be very much wary. Now, the number 11 for Fortune now. Usman Cham now. Cham to Job now. Cherno lays the ball for Bernard to chase, but Bernard wasn't there on time, and the goalkeeper came to the rescue, Mustafa Jata now. This is Casa Sport now. Casa Sport, the number 35. One of the smallest players on the pitch, but he's a very intelligent player for this Casa Sport side. He's one of the youngest players for this Casa Sport side. Anyway, he is a joy to watch. The lad is definitely doing an incredible job in the middle of the park. Anyway, Casa Sport now, the tall lanky defender. Had a touch on the ball now. Cherno in control. Che, known by many of his supporters. Ibu Sanyang lost possession to Casa Sport now, who will now have the chance to break through now, through their number 26, a tall lanky striker, dribble pass, Ibu Sanyang, preparing to whip in, and he's been blocked in there by the defender for Fortune now. This is Mod Lamin now, looking for options now. Mod Lamin goes to the ground. Is that going to be a foul? No foul according to Marigo. Now play well, Adama Jame now, looking for options now. Adama, let's see what Adama can do now, looking for options. Adama lays the ball to the number 35 in Malik Sambu, and let's see, he was trying to whip in that effort, but he's been blocked in there by Bakari Sise for Fortune now. This is Fortune now. Charm on the far side of the field to the number 12 now. Great control. Can he keep the ball in play? No. And the ball rolls out of play. Quickly taken to number 35, Sambu now. Sambu, a low drive now, and the player will chase a low one. And Sambujang was there, and he is equal to the task. Sambujang should have done better. He goes to the ground. Foul on Sambujang Ture, team captain for Fortune and the central defender. Sambujang is one of the shortest players on the pitch for this Fortune side though. I think the strikers for Casa Sport probably might be using their aerial abilities to out-muscle Sambujang. But anyway, Sambujang is also another rock in Fortune's half, Fortune's defense. Ibu Sanyang will chase now. This is Casa Sport now. Great block in there by the number 15 in Babukar Jata. It's going to be a throw-in, quickly taken, Modlamin, a great control, back to Ibu Sanyang now, looking for options now, Bernard. Let's see what Bernard can do, trying to whip in, but a foul on the Casa Sport player. An effort. It is 8 minutes into the second half here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and the score remains Casa Sport 1, Fortune FC 0 here. Mane, we've seen a very good start for the Casa Sport side, getting a very quick penalty here, but I think the number 32 or 35 Malik Sambu was given the responsibility. He is one of the youngest players for this Casa Sport side, but he was given the opportunity to get them the second goal here, but his effort was parried by the goalkeeper Alaji Mbalo for Fortune. And a great start for both Fortune and Casa Sport here as far as this second half is concerned. And we are about to witness a triple substitution probably from this Fortune side. Let's wait and see what will surely pan out as far as the second half is concerned, Mane.
Yeah, thank you. As you said it, you look at Fortune Football Club. Casa Sport were awarded a penalty in the first minute of the second stanza, and the goalkeeper was equal to the task, and he decided to save that penalty, but it was a penalty because there was a contact. So the center referee was at the right position in order to see the contact, and he decided to award the penalty. You look at Fortune, they are trying to make 4 substitutions here, and I know these players will make a difference. The like of Ali Usay. Ali, he is someone who can give difference to teams. So we will not be surprised if Ali decided to change the game for Fortune Football Club, because we all know where he started. He came through the qualifiers with the Sinchu Alaji based team, that is Sinchu Jola Kunda, but they couldn't qualify, and he is currently playing for Kuta Jombulu in the Newetan here. But today we've seen the lad playing for Fortune Football Club, and his introduction into this game will really boost Fortune their chance of at least restoring parity, and they can even win to an extent of winning this game.
Thank you very much, Lamin Mane, at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and any moment from now we will be seeing a 5 substitution from the Gambian-based Fortune FC, who are currently preparing to bring in a lot of fresh legs here. Great control from the tall, lanky striker for Casa Sport now. Plays the ball in the middle of the park. They are enjoying great possessive football here. Great header from the central defender, and Fortune will now chase. Not a convincing one, and the central defender, number 15, Babukar Jata, lays the ball back to Mustafa Jata. Now the number 6, Alaji Saliu Baji for Casa Sport. The number 4 is back onto the pitch. Number 31 now lays the ball on the far side of the field, looking for the second here. Is that going to be the second goal for Casa Sport? Let's see what they can do, trying to whip in a low drive, but his chance has been blocked. Whips in, not a convincing one from the number 26 and the tall, lanky striker for Casa Sport in Mukhtar Jallo. It's going to be a 5 substitution, 5 players to be substituted here by Fortune FC, and they are bringing in a lot of fresh legs. Number 7 for Fortune is going to come on, and he is Malik Bojang. He is going to be introduced. Ali Usay is one of the players to be introduced. Number 23, Sirifo Dabo. He is a regular for this Fortune side. Sirifo Dabo. And Ali Usay, number 5, is also being introduced. Ali is currently playing for Nawetan in the Brikama Summer Nawetan, and then he is doing an exceptional job. I believe this is where Fortune FC are too quick to get his services. Ali is an incredible lad, doing an incredible job as far as the Brikama Summer Nawetan is concerned. 5 players introduced by Fortune, and we have enough fresh legs here for this Gambian-based side. Mbalo for Fortune, Alaji, a right-footed delivery, not a convincing one. Casa Sport, header. They will try to launch an attack now. The Mukhtar Jallo, Mukhtar now to the number 4 now. Not a very good one, and the ball rolls out of play for Casa Sport. They have a lot of physical presence, a lot of build-up players for this Casa Sport side. A throw in by Fortune now, and Casa Sport will try to launch an attack deep in the middle of the park. They lost possession now to Fortune now. Fortune throw the new entrant, number 7, goes to the ground. No foul according to the referee. I think that was an advantage, and Marigo, the central referee, was equal to the task. He is very close to the scene. Siga, known by many, Sambujang, he's the team captain for this Fortune side. He's been introduced in the second half. A right-footed delivery, not a good one. And Ali Usay could not control or keep the ball in play. And Casa Sport will try to clear their line in the middle of the park now. The number 35 now, in the middle of the park, Malik Sambo. He was given the opportunity but missed from the spot. Malik Sambo, a great lad in the middle of the park for Casa Sport. One of the smallest and one of the youngest players for this Senegalese-based side, but doing an exceptional job in the middle of the park. A right-footed delivery, and they will chase offside. The number 20 for Casa Sport. Landing Bojang was caught on offside. Yes, the number 16 for Fortune is currently playing Nawetan in this year's Brikama Summer Nawetan for Fortune, and the number 7 is also Malik Bojang, who is also playing Nawetan, and also number 5 Ali Usay. So 3 of these players who are introduced by Fortune are all playing Nawetan in this year's Brikama Summer Nawetan. The number 16, the right back, is currently playing for the Fortune team in the Nawetan. and he's doing an exceptional job. Ali Usey, number 5. He's also playing Nawetan in this year's Brikama Summer Nawetan. Jane Juf, the team coach for Fortune, is seems to be a collision, not a horrible one though. And the new entrant, number 16, is going to take that, and he's putting that number for Bakari Jawara, who is the rightful back for Fortune. Probably he might be a very good replacement for Bakari. Ali Usey lost possession now. Casa regain possession. Is that going to be a foul? Yes. According to Marigo, I was saying Bakari Jawara was wearing the number 16 for Fortune, and then he's currently playing his trade in Europe, and probably he might be a very good replacement for Bakari, though he is an exceptional lad, a very young lad. And this is where Bakari also started. This is Casa Sport now, looking for their second goal now. Let's see what they can do. He's trying to whip in. Whips in an effort, but the ball rolls out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Fortune, and it's going to be taken by Alaji Mbalo. Alaji Mbalo, and you already have 2 of the central defenders. The newly introduced Siga. Mbalo needs to be very much mindful because back to his defensive partner on the far side of the field. Fortune enjoying that great possessive football. Bakari now, player goes to the ground for Casa Sport. The central referee has whipped in for a play on now, looking for their second goal now. Let's see what they can do. Number 20 whips in, but great block in there by the number 26 and central defender for Fortune. We are trying to sort out that number anyway. Marigo, the central referee, is sorting out few things here. Let's see what. It's going to be a throw-in quickly taken by Casa Sport on the far side of the field, looking for their second goal. A right-footed delivery into the safe hands of Alaji Mbalo in goal for Fortune. Plays the ball short to Cherno. What is Mbalo trying to do? The player is on the ground. I wasn't so asked to what Mbalo was trying to do. He was trying to whip in that right-footed delivery, but he lays the ball to Cherno in the middle of the park. Kemo. We've played 17 minutes on the clock, and it is still 1-0 in favor of Casa Sport. Are we going to see Casa Sport spoiling the show for Fortune here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, Kemo?
Yeah, well, thank you so very much. Perhaps but it may also, the score as well may also change. I mean, you're looking at Casa Sport, they started the game, first half they started the game very well, second half also they started the game very well. It seems they are the team that will easily settle when the game starts than that of the Fortune side. But we have seen Fortune side also make some introductions. I mean, it is a double change, it's a triple change rather for Fortune side again here. The goalkeeper has been withdrawn, David is also going off, and then one other player, Sanya, is also coming off for Fortune side. So we are going to see what the replacement here will help the team. So though they have been playing very well, and they are doing some replacements to make sure they help their side, having some fresh legs in the field to make sure they equalize the game and to eventually win. We have seen 3 of their substitutes that have come on are very, very young players. These are the players that are playing for the Noetan in Brikama currently on the way. 2 of the players who plays for Fortune Noetan team are also introduced earlier on. One is introduced, Al Usey is playing for Kute Jumble here. So we are here to see what the game will decide in the end of the regular 90 minutes. But hopefully, I mean, we are going to see some other goals here coming up before the end of the regular 90 minutes. So that will tell you what Fortune side will do. This is current. Looking at the Casa Sport side, the way they are playing, you know that they are very, very organized at the back. They will allow Fortune to play, but when it comes to the final third where the dangerous play is done, they wouldn't allow them to pass through. So we may expect some other goals here as the game proceeds. But
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi. This is Fortune now looking for an equalizer. Lost possession. It is going to be Casa Sport now. Let's see what they can do. One-on-one, the player goes to the ground. No foul given, advantage to Casa Sport. This is Casa Sport now. Let's see what they can do now. The tall lanky striker trying to dribble past his marker, and the ball rolls out of touch. And it's going to be a corner on the far side of the field. And we've seen Fortune having few substitutions. The number 18 Mamadou Lamin Gassama was being introduced, replacing Ibu Sanyang, and their goalkeeper Alaji Mbalo was equally substituted, and then he was replaced by Yusufa Jame in goal, number 22 for Fortune FC here. In case you're just joining us, this is LSTV1 live at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, where we are bringing you the live ball-to-ball commentary in the international friendly between Casa Sport and their Senegalese counterpart in Gambian-based Fortune FC and their Senegalese counterparts in Casa Sport, into the safe hands of the goalkeeper Yusufa Jame, who rolls the ball to the team captain. Another clearance from Fortune now, looking for options. Number 15 goes to the ground, no foul given, whips in a low drive. That was very close anyway. This is Fortune now, trying to build an attack. A slow one back to the goalkeeper Yusufa Jame now. Yusufa to the number 23 for Fortune, Sirifo Dabo, Siga, known by many. Sirifo Dabo, team captain for Fortune now, looking for options now. Let's see what Sirifo can do. Sirifo plays the ball back to Cherno. Cherno Job. Cherno looking for options, lays the ball on the far side of the field. That's a strong one to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper Yusufa Jame controls, back to Cherno. Mastermind in the central midfield for Fortune. Whips in a right-footed delivery on the far side of the field now. Bakari Sise, the left wing back for Fortune, lays the ball to Ali Usay. Ali is definitely having a difficult game here since his introduction. Probably this is his first time playing such a... Now, can they get an equalizer? Lays the ball to Ali. And Bakari Sise should have done better. Anyway, this is a quick counter-attack now on the far side of the field. Casa Sport now. Let's see what they can do. Mukhtar whips in a low one, but the ball is been blocked in there by Mane. I think Ali will say since his introduction, he seems to be struggling as to the crafting of chances and possibly that possessive football that we all know Ali of when it comes to Brikama Somanawet. And probably this might be his first time playing such a game.
Yeah, this is his first time of playing for Fortune Football Club. And you look at the standard of the game also differs. So I know he needs time in order to adopt, because he needs adaptability in order to be able to cope with the Fortune players. He is a young lad. Looking at his age, you will know that Hali is a very young player. So playing this kind of game will be very hard for him. But I'm sure if he is given the little opportunity he needs, he will surely help Fortune Football Club. You look at Fortune, their left back, that is Bakari Sise. He is so wasteful. He had similar thing in the first half, but in the first half, he should have just tried to look for a teammate, but instead he decided to go in for his own luck, and the ball ended up being a goal kick to Casa Sport. We have just witnessed another one here, where he should have just take up the responsibility by trying to hit the ball at the back of the net, but he was trying to just look for a teammate that he will assist, but unfortunately he was not able to connect his teammate. So Bakar need to improve on his game in order to help Fortune restore parity in this game.
Thank you, and back to live here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Marigo hands the ball back to Yusufa Jame in goal for Fortune now. The goalkeeper to Sirifo now. Siga, a low drive now. Fortune, Ali Use, great control. Twist turns, goes to the ground. No foul given again. Siga to his central defensive partner now. The goalkeeper, a left-footed drive. Great control by Salifu Jaju now. Siga looking for options now. The team captain. Siga, a low drive now. A back heel. Now Fortune on the attack. Player goes to the ground. Is that going to be a foul? The Casa Sport player seems to be very much strong. The number 25 is a tall, lanky player anyway. You have, I think Casa Sport are definitely using their physical presence anyway. Cherno in the middle of the park. Number 18 raised the ball on the far side of the field. Bakari Sise, left-footed. Whips in a low drive. Blocked in there by the number 2 for Casa Sport. Ibrahima Saliu Kalilu Sano. This is the number 15 now in the middle of the park. Cherno to Siga, a right-footed delivery, a clearance from Casa Sport now. Cherno, great control, back to Siga, onto his defensive partner, a left-footed drive. Cherno, great control, trying to whip in. Let's see, it's going to be another counter-attack for Casa Sport. Can they get the second goal? Whips in a low one, but Siga was there to clear that danger. And it is going to be a corner for Casa Sport. And it's going to be taken by the number 29. We have 2 of their players. The number 2 for Casa Sport, Ibrahim Saliu Sano, leaves the ball for the number 29, who was introduced. Anyway, that's the corner, and the player slips a clearance from Fortune now. It's going to be Casa Sport now, looking for options, whips in the low drive into the safe hands of Yusufa Jamme in goal for Fortune, who rolls the ball on the far side of the field now, looking for options. Fortune now. Cherno is definitely a joy to watch, doing an exceptional job. For Fortune, this boy is a joy to watch, definitely. I just hope and pray Tom Sanfe invite him to the national squad. Definitely. This boy is definitely doing an incredible job. He is definitely working very hard for Fortune. Fortune now on the far side of the field. Ali Hussein now, great control, back to Fortune now. They are trying to build an attack from their own half now. Siga, team captain, to Cherno, the central defender. He's definitely dropping so deep to collect the ball from their defenders and linking the play up front. Siga to Cherno. Cherno Job, number 20 in goal. Number 20 for Casa Sport. For Fortune anyway. I would definitely prefer you to play for these top European clubs anyway. Siga. This is Casa Sport, or Fortune rather. Fortune trying to build an attack from their own half now. Number 26. Lays the ball to Bakari, great control. They are playing that possessive football in their own half now. A left-footed drive, Bakari to the number 77, Bakari Jata, who will chase, great control. Bakari trying to dribble past his marker, physical build-up defender. The defender is too strong for Bakari. Bakari could not beat past the central defender and he goes to ground. And the central referee Marigo wasn't interested and he waved in for a play on. This is Siga now. Siga, is that safe? That wasn't the least save anyway. He was trying to dribble past the striker number 31 for Casa Sport. We believe he was introduced in the second half, Bubakar Koli. But this is Cherno now. Cherno now to the number 15 in the middle of the park, the new entrant, number 18, back to the central defender for Fortune now. Ali Hussein now, trying to dribble past his marker. Let's see what Ali can do now. Ali is definitely trying to cope as far as the game is concerned. Anyway, one of the youngest chaps for this Fortune side. Lamin, definitely we are having an incredible game that we are currently witnessing between Casa Sport and Fortune here. Your impression as far as the possessive football between Fortune and Casa Sport is concerned?
Yeah, you look at the scores of the game is still 1-0 in favor of Casa Sport, but you look at the ball positioning, you will realize that Fortune Football Club are really enjoying the lion's share of this ball possession. So much especially their new entrants, they are really helping Fortune to dominate the possession. The likes of Salifu is a young lad under Ali. You look at Ali, he was not coping initially, but the game is growing. He is growing along the game. So Ali is really a joy to watch. But seeing his game today against this Casa Sport side, at the beginning he was not coping, but we have seen he is trying to get into the game, and this is what we expect from him, because you look at the fans here, they all know Ali very well, because starting from the elimination up to the Nevetan proper, he is someone who is a joy to watch when it comes to football. And he already scooped 2 Man of the Match award in this ongoing Brikama Sport Newetan.
Thank you very much. A block in there by the number 26 for Fortune. And the number 26 is Abdullah Tamba, who was introduced in the second half. That was an incredible block in there by Tamba. That was going to be the second goal for Casa Sport because it was definitely very close. Anyway, Tamba was there to clear that danger for Fortune. It's going to be a corner on the far side of the field. Sano to take that. A right-footed delivery. A header. And the goalkeeper had no touch on the ball, and the ball rolls out of play again. It's going to be a throw in, and it's going to be taken by the number 2 for Casa Sport in Ibrahim Khalilu Sano. This is a low drive now into what is the goalkeeper trying to do? Anyway, the player goes to the ground, and the goalkeeper Yusufa Jame tries to play that quick counter attack, but the central referee Marigo has ordered. That's Cherno. He is indeed a fan favorite. He has been given that standing ovation here. You could hear those claps. The boy is definitely a joy to watch. Cherno Job for Fortune. He mastermind the central midfield for Fortune. Definitely a great player. And he's been substituted, and then he's been replaced by the number 13, Pap Modu Fall for Fortune. Fortune will play from their own half now. This is the left-footed defender for Fortune, number 13 now. Great control. Plays the ball to Siga, team captain. Back to his defensive partner. Looking for an opener, one equalizer. Ali Usey to the new entrant, number 13. Let's see what Fortune can do. Let's see the new entrant number 13 lays the ball to Ali Usey. Ali goes to the ground. Foul awarded by central referee Marigo. Number 13, the new entrant, lays the ball to Ali Usey. A great build-up by Fortune. Number 18 now, who was also introduced in the second half. Number 16, Talifu Jajo. A right-footed right back for Fortune. Siga now, number 23 now. Let's see what Fortune, number 15 now, goes to the ground again. Goes to the ground, and it's going to be a foul being awarded to Fortune now, who will play the ball in their own half now. Let's see what they can do. Fortune, they seems to be very much comfortable on the ball, but up front they seems to be struggling. They are playing majority of the ball deep in their own half. Siga, a right-footed delivery. Number 7, the new entrant, tries to chase. The number 15 is definitely tall, lanky. Whips in the left-footed drive, not a convincing one. Jaju controls, whips in a right-footed delivery. The ball being chested, and Casa Sport will try to build an attack from their own half. Sano, not a very good clearance now. Another clearance from Sano now. Siga, team captain, tries to great control by Siga now, looking for options. Siga lays the ball to the new entrant, number 7 for Casa, for Fortune now. Player number 18 goes to the ground. No foul, according to Marigo now. This is Casa Sport now on the attack now. Foul. It seems those at the VIP section seems not to be very much happy with that decision from Marigo anyway. Kemo. "33 minutes on the clock as far as the second half is concerned. It is still 1 in favor of Casa Sport against Fortune here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Kemo, a difficult game, a hard-cracking game between Fortune and Casa Sport here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. Fortune got themselves into an early lead in the 3rd minute when they scored, and since then Fortune seems to create a lot of passes and also had a great possessive football here, but up front they seems to be struggling. Are you seeing Fortune getting themselves back into level terms as far as this game is concerned?
Yes, possibly I can say yes. I mean, looking at the way the game is moving, I mean, Fortune are trying to control the game. You can see the frustration from the fans. Everyone here who is watching, who is supporting Fortune, wants to see a goal here. So, I mean, even this last, I mean, shout that was, I mean, that the fans were not happy with the call of the referee here, that it should have been a foul, that should have been awarded to the Fortune as foul. That's what the fans were saying. But I mean, the referee has the final decision. But you will see now the frustration of the fans. They want to see the goal from Fortune here. Whenever the ball is dispossessed from them, you can hear the sound from them at the background. I mean, knowing that their team is being led by a goal to nil here, so they will need a goal. Though it's a preparatory match for both coaches. Both players also need to put their utmost best. That's what they are doing as well. They are putting their utmost best here. So Casa Sport, as you have said, in the final third, Fortune is having some difficulties to do something in the final third here. Ali Use is now coming into the game very well. His first touches into the game was not very good, but now he has been coming into the game doing some fantastic moves here for the team, as the team will need his intervention. So he's a very brilliant player. We have some very young players here for Fortune FC who are now doing very well. They are now more comfortable on the ball than before. So it is what we have seen from them now here. They wanted to score the goal to make sure at least they equalize the game and then try to in fact lead the game. You can hear that frustration from the fans at the back part.
Thank you very much. Another substitution for Fortune, and the number 77 Bakari Jata going to be replaced by the number 19 in Asan Jalo, and play will resume here. Sano to take that through in, quickly taken. Now a clearance, not a convincing one. Fortune will try to clear their line, and still Casa, and it's going to be another throw in for Casa, for Fortune, quickly taken by Fortune. Back to their goalkeeper Yusufa Jammeh Yusufa now trying to looking for options now to Sirifo Dabo Siga, a left-footed low drive now to Salifu Jaju Salifu looking for options. Let's see what Salifu what was Salifu trying to do. Anyway, he was just lucky. The striker could have controlled that ball and fire in the second goal for Casa Sport. Anyway, Fortune survived and they're controlling possession here. Anyway, back to their goalkeeper. The goalkeeper for Fortune, Yusufa Jammeh, to Yusufa or Serifo Dabo, team captain, to his defensive partner or his central midfielder, number 15 now. Lays the ball. Number 15, great control. And Fortune needs to play the ball up front anyway. Lamin, I think Fortune are playing more of possessive football in their own area than getting the ball in their opponent's territory.
Yeah, that is what is happening. They playing the ball in their own zone, not taking the ball to their opponent's zone. So that is a problem. And they can only score if they are able to play in their opponent's zone. But what is happening here, they playing most of their balls in their own area. So that will be very difficult to earn them a goal. So they have to improve on that. And as I said earlier, Fortune need to attack with numbers. You only have 1, 2, 3 players up front. It will be very difficult for you to outnumber your opponent and score a goal. So they need to work on that. Casa Sport, their defense line, they are all tough. They are all, tall, lanky players. That Fortune players are really finding difficult to unlock. The likes of Ali Usei, we have seen Bernard started the game. He was not able to do anything to these defenders because they are tougher than them. So they need to play the ball down in order to be able to unlock their defense. Else it will be very difficult to see Fortune restoring parity in this game.
Thank you very much, Lamin Mare. I think Gambian players, we are mostly very slim. Anyway, when you look at the physical presence of this Casa Sport side, we only have very few, very small or young players anyway. But looking at their physical presence, I think they will always outmuscle our Gambian Beast players. I think Siga now, a right-footed delivery. Fortune will now chase now. This is Salifu Jaju now. Can he keep the ball in play? A low drive, great control by the number 6 for Casa Sport. Looking for options, a left-footed drive, great header from Bakari. Now Casa Sport now looking for options. Lays the ball back to Sano now. Sano, team captain for the Casa Sport side.
I think he is the assistant captain. I think the captain has been introduced, and this Casa Sport side has been under the watchful eyes of Pap Malik Nying as their head coach, whilst Fortune FC are under the tutelage of Jane Juf. And this is Fortune now looking for an opener. Ali Usey back to the number 15 now, back to their central defenders. Fortune Sambujang or Sirifo Dabo now. Sirifo to the new entrant, number 18 now, looking for options now. Let's see what he can do. Plays the ball to the number 15, new entrant, lays the ball to number 7 now, lays the ball on the far side of the field to Bakari. But Bakari was not just there on time, and the central defender was there to clear that danger, and the ball rolls out of play. And it's going to be a corner for Fortune in the second half here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. In case you're just joining us, this is the live ball-to-ball commentary coming to you on LSTV1 live at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium in an international friendly between Fortune FC and Casa Sports here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. And at the commentary cabin, as usual, this is Pa Lamin Fati, joined by Kemo Kanyi, Lamin Mane, and behind the camera is Osman Kamara, our very own reliable Osman. Anyway, this is Casa Sport now, from their own half now to the number 25 now. Great possessive football here from Casa Sport, deep in their own half. Let's see, looking for options. Footed drive now. A clearance from the Fortune defender. The number 26 for Fortune, who was introduced, Abdullah Tamba, was introduced in the second half, and Abdullah's clearance was another substitute. Casa Sport, number 4. Another substitution. The number 14 is been introduced by Fortune, Casa Sport rather. The number 14 is Mfali Sanyang. This is Casa Sport now. Number 28 lays the ball. Lost possession, regain possession. Player goes to the ground, no foul given. Casa Sport now. This is Fortune now. Ali Usey turns, looking for options now. Let's see what he can do. Lays the ball to the number 18, one of the new entrants. Ali Usey. Short one. Not a great one from Ali. Anyway, he will now chase. Let's see what he can do now. Ali, let's see, a left-footed delivery from the goalkeeper for Casa Sport now. Casa Sport will try to build an attack now, looking for options in the middle of the park. Lays the ball to the number 28 now. A left-footed low drive now. Number 31 will chase now. Let's see if he could struggles to control the ball, and the ball rolls out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick for Fortune FC. Indeed, an impressive turnout here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium as supporters of the beautiful game pile in here to support this international friendly between Casa Sport and Fortune FC here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. This is what I keep on saying. Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, known to many as the theater of entertainment, will always not surprise anyone whenever it comes to presence in terms of supporters. Anyway, this is Fortune now. Fortune looking for options now. Great display in the middle of the park. Lays the ball to Sambujang or Sirifo Dabo now. This is not Sambujang, Sirifo now. Turns Ali Usey now. Back to the number 19, the new entrant. Looking for options. Whips in a left-footed drive. A header. We have a lot of tall, lanky defenders for this Casa Sport side. Looking at the number of players they have in the field of play, think they have a lot of tall, lanky players. And this is definitely doing a lot of goods for them when it comes to aerial ability. Sano to his defensive partner now, looking for options. Number 6, Alaji Saliu Baji, right-footed delivery. Can he keep the ball in play? Number 28, great control. Casa Sport now, the left-footed wing back now, lays the ball to the number 18 now. They lost possession. Number 30, new entrant for Fortune now. Fortune will try to build an attack now. Let's see what they can do. They have minimal numbers up front anyway. Number 19, the new entrant, trying to dribble past his marker. Let's see what he can do. Looking for options, lays the ball. What can they do now? Fortune, they lost possession. They seems not to be very much aggressive when it comes to the final third anyway. Mane, I think this is definitely causing a lot of troubles for Fortune.
Yeah, that is the problem. Fortune, they having problem up front from midfield going down. They're really working so hard, but you look at up front is where they're having their problem, and that they need to improve on that. as you say it, they lack that aggressiveness, and there is no urgency when it comes to their attack. So they need to build on that and try to see how best they'll be able to unlock this Casa Sport side. You look at Casa Sport, they have a very stubborn midfield and backline. And as I told you earlier, you look at their team, they are so physical. It's only a few of them that are slim, compared to the Fortune side with loads of, slim players. So for them to be able to score this this Casa Sport side, they have to play a down ball and avoid playing long balls. Else they will play till, tomorrow, they will not be able to score here in the goal.
Thank you very much. Fortune needs to play grounder balls and avoid aerial balls for them to have chances of getting themselves back into level terms here. This is Fortune now. Casa Sport now. On the attack, the new entrant, number 14 now, looking for options. Can he keeps? Goes to the ground. Foul. The number 14, Fali Sanyang, had options. His coach seems not to be very much happy anyway. But anyway, Fali goes to the ground and then he's been awarded a foul. Anyway, Fali, the head coach for Casa Sport, is communicating something to Fali anyway. We will definitely struggle to understand what they are trying to say in French anyway, because they are speaking anyway. They are speaking Wolof, but the type of Wolof that they are speaking anyway includes some French. So probably LSTV1 will get us to Senegal. So we have some basic French classes. Anyway, back to the central defender for Casa Sport, looking for options. Right-footed delivery now. The player jumps, heads, and Casa Sport now still danger not averted. They lost possession too. Fortune now back to their goalkeeper, who raised the ball to the number 26 Tamba, but Tamba is been blocked in there by the striker for Casa Sport. Fortune now plays the ball short. That is so crazy. What is he trying to do here? That was definitely very close. Siga was trying to dribble past the striker, but that was definitely very close. He slipped along the line, and probably that might be. This is the new entrant now, offside. Offside according to Marigo, the assistant referee, and Marigo was on spot to wave in for an offside, and this game is being officiated by Marigo, or Mohamed Marigo, as the central referee, being assisted by Suleiman Sose as first assistant, second assistant Abbas Ba, and the fourth referee is the senior female referee Fatu Ngom. And time definitely ticking out for Fortune. Kemo, can Fortune get themselves back into level times? It seems time is definitely not on their side.
Yeah, time definitely on their side, but they may come. In fact, even the last minute here, they might score, but it is obvious that we have played the regular 90 now. I mean, they are now on the mercy of the referees. I mean, through the additional time here, but it is going to be very, very difficult for them to get an equalizer here, as we have been witnessing here. The center backs for the Casa Sports have been very solid since the start of the game, not allowing Fortune to create chances there. So obviously it is what is disturbing Fortune here. They are not creating much dangerous chances here that could lead to goals here. Thanks to the brilliance of the central defenders of Casa Sports. So it is going to be difficult for them here to equalize, but I mean, you cannot say it is over until everything is over here. This is football. Anything can come at any time of the game.
Thank you very much. Any moment from now, we might be seeing an additional minutes here as far as this game is concerned. We aren't so anyway. We've seen 4 minutes anyway, but this is unofficial yet. We've yet to see the fourth assistant referee Fatou Ngom raising the additional minutes here at the Brikama Box Bamini Stadium. Currently a player is currently on the ground. A Casa Sport player is currently on the ground. The number 29 Dauda Sajo, who was introduced in the second half.
4 minutes of additional time here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and we have 4 minutes for Fortune to restore parity here, or else they will surrender all the maximum. Victory to Casa Sport here in today's international friendly here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. This is Fortune now, a throw in, back to Bakari now, a low drive. The ball being blocked in there by the Casa Sport player. And this is Fortune now on the far side of the field, and it's going to be taken by Bakari Sise, the left wing back to the central defender Tamba to the goalkeeper Yusufa Jame Yusufa to Sirifo Dabo Siga. Full time at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium, and it has ended here. Casa Sport 1, Fortune FC 1. Lamin Mane, your general assessment as far. Fortune FC 0 rather.
Yeah, interesting game. We have seen good football from both sides. That is Fortune Football Club and Casa Sport. A respectful performance from Fortune Football Club, even though they lost 1-0 to Casa Sport, but their performance was impressive. The like of Chorno, he is a really joy to watch player. The likes of Salifu Jaju, he was introduced in the second half of the game, but he also did well. So Casa Sport also, they deserved the win because they had a lot of chances, but at the end of the day they were not able to put all those chances at the back of the net. We have seen in the 47 minute they lost a penalty, which should have been the second goal of this encounter, but thanks to Casa Sport for coming to the Gambia and having a friendly game with our Gambian team that is in the names of Fortune Football Club. This is not something that is new. We have seen a lot of Gambian players playing in the Senegalese league, much especially Fortune. We have even seen the likes of the former Brikama United midfield striker Momodou Bojang alias Major played for Casa Sport, and we also seen of recent Paibu Damfa joined them, that is the under-20 goalie. He joined Casa Sport. We have also seen Abdul Jajo, the former talenting player, also was playing for Casa Sport. So this is an opportunity that will give chance to our Gambian players, so that they will be able to go to Senegal, play football there, and at the end of the day the gate will be open for them to be in Europe, like the way Lamin Jaju did. So thank you so much, and thanks to all the viewers for watching LSTV.
Thank you, Kemo. Before we draw the curtain, finally your assessment as far as the second and in the entire proceedings is concerned.
Yes, thank you so very much, Pa. I think both coaches here for Casa Sport and that of Genju, has already read their players and know which of the players are on their best form to start to kickstart the season with. So obviously it is a preparation for both teams. So and both coaches will need to be very much, mindful, and then that they have done, because they have been studying the game since the start, knowing which of the players are creating more problems for the opponent team. So this kind of test games will obviously expose your players to different levels of football. Looking at the different levels of football, and that is obviously very, very good for players who have competed here today. So knowing you are going into a season, so you need to organize such test games internationally, as Fortune have done, to prepare your players, not only to depend on the Gambian teams to play against them, but to other teams across the continent, so that you will know what level of preparation is your team towards the tournament, and to make sure you have now been competing with a different team from different areas. So it is from different leagues and then different geographical, for instance, location. With that we mean by different countries. So obviously it is very, very good for both players, and Fortune will see their weakness, and so Casa Sports as well will also see the weakness of their team.
Thank you very much, Kemo Kanyi, and then special thanks to the entire management and staff of LSTV1 for giving us the opportunity to be here to bring up the live ball-to-ball commentary here at the Brikama Box Bar Mini Stadium. So until then, this is where we're going to draw our coat or draw the curtain as far as the proceedings are concerned. So on that note, bye-bye from us.